Welcome in, everybody. It's Johnny Drone Flyer and Captain Ray Kelly. It is Wednesday afternoon at 6 p.m. Central Time, and we're gonna have a big after show party about this meetup that we had Saturday, and we had a great turnout. Captain Ray, it was unbelievable, and I know it was an experience of a lifetime for me and a lot of people. In the chat, and we're gonna have a lot of guests on tonight. We're gonna pop people in and out, and of course we got a special guest, Mark Fisher, who everybody knows this story. He went in there and saved that guy's drone. But Ray, you couldn't imagine when you scheduled this drone meetup how it would turn out, right?
No, I tell you, I'm shocked. I really am shocked, and I'm totally pleased. Because we really thought that there was only going to be 5 or 6 of us, that got together and we'd fly. But when the list grew to 10, and then it grew to 15, 20, 30, and 36 is the last I got to that I knew about were coming, and I was shocked. But then people who weren't even on the list started showing up. We had over 50 people there, Johnny.
Yeah, and you know what? I said it in the chat. I was a little. I don't say I was reluctant, but till I pulled the trigger on that hotel and got with you and I'll tell you what, man, it was so incredible meeting. And believe it or not, I didn't even fly a drone at the meetup itself just because it was windy and we was talking and I never shut up for the whole. I guess I got there about 7 o'clock and probably didn't shut up till 4 o'clock. As far as that, we did come back to the hotel and London and Matt Cundiff and who else? Adrian and Michael Wright. And we flew, behind the hotel there, and we flew on a Friday night, Charlie Mafia too. But it was just an experience of a lifetime. And man, seeing those guys that we've been talking to for a couple of years on chat and then YouTube, it was incredible.
We got a couple of souvenirs. Look at this. Look at these souvenirs that I got from Brad Alston. And I got to thank him. I can't say enough that he went to the trouble of making these for most of the attendees. And Matt Cundiff behind the scenes, he helped me so much. He invited a lot of people that showed up. But it was really the most important thing is to thank all the people that came to it.
It was, and I know you. Yeah, you had help from Brad.
We even had sponsors. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, look,
people
I
gave
donations. I got my Captain connection.
I see one of them on your head now.
But
that's a nice shirt.
Justin from Drones 863 gave a lot of stuff. Sean Oz brought some stuff. Stevie brought some stuff, and we had some stuff from our show, and man, it was just incredible.
Yeah. Bill from Metro Drones donated those 2 nice coffee or iced tea tumblers. Yeti tumblers, and they're very expensive. But it really couldn't have went any better, other than the wind could have been a little calmer. And look who's here. How you doing, Brad?
I'm gonna give Brad I want to publicly thank Brad for what you did, Brad, and we'll pop you in and out a little bit.
Well, a lot of people don't know who. One of the guys who supports most everybody's drone channel. He's always in the chats, and he's such a nice guy. And like I said, he offered to make up these lanyards and coasters, and these are great, Brad. They really are. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah, I really enjoyed making them, and I'm glad everybody got to take home something for the event. It was a meetup. I think it really was an event now. We had so many folks there. We have to upgrade it to the event, I guess. But I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I was so glad to see and meet everybody there and put, a name with the face. And if I hadn't already seen the face on some of the live streams, but a lot of chatting with these folks over the years, and finally got to meet everybody, and it was a great time. I didn't even get a chance to fly my drone. I was just so busy socializing and enjoying everything. It was a little windy conditions, so I didn't put the drone up, and there was a number of drones up, so everybody was having a good time with that.
Yeah. And I think that what was funny about it, Brad, was the drone was flying was at least there. Everybody's worried. I think it was more worried about meeting people, you know?
Yep. No, it turned out to more meet and greet to me as opposed to flying drones. Now there was some drone flying. You know, we'll hear some stories here in a little bit, but you know, it was good times. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And Ray, you know, I know you are talking about all the other folks that helped, but you did a lot of work. This came together, and really appreciate you doing all that down there. You know, like you said early on, I don't know if it's during the live stream or in our green room, but you know, this only started out to be a couple of people, me, you, you know, Dennis, and just a handful of people. And then it just blew up in about a month or two. And we had over probably 50 people there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, and it was a surprise to me. And I was so happy when you immediately said you were coming, you know, and, I mean, I was just shocked. And you know, you learn from meeting different people, and you really get to know them when they show up at these meetups. And I was glad to meet everybody.
Absolutely. Well, I guess you know, I'm sitting in my car right now. I've been driving all day. What's that?
There's so many people in the chat. So let me try to acknowledge some of them, you know. And JC Flying, he seemed to be the first one that was in the chat tonight. So hi JC, how you doing? Arco Drone Solutions, and then we got all the way down to Matt Cundiff. He's going to come on shortly. And Michael Wright, how you doing? I'm glad you made it home safely. And Michael Blade, he came all the way from Rhode Island to join us. How you doing, Mike? Jerry Bauer. Oh man, I could go on and on. Hot Rod Daytona's in the chat tonight. Hey, AZ Drone Dude, how you doing? And we got some great people in the chat, Johnny. Drone, there's Justin Stickler, 863. Thank you again for all your donations and giveaways. Wow.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, I'm having some more internet problems, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
Nope. Michael from Fly Zone. How you doing? Chris Hope, all the way from Texas. How you doing? And Charlie Mafia is in the chat, Johnny. Lake
and I'm gonna put the link in the chat here in a few minutes. Brad, I'm gonna pop you out and invite Maddie on real quick. Maddie, what's up, man?
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Train, how you doing?
What's up, Ray?
Hey,
Johnny,
how you doing?
Maddie, I want to publicly thank you for all you did. I know you had a great weekend with your family, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was. Like Ray said in the green room, it turned out to be quite larger than we expected it to, but I'm glad it did. I really am. That was probably the best weekend I've had in years, man. And I barely even flew. But it wasn't about the flying; it was about being with the people, and it's about time we put faces to names from all these YouTube channels. It was unreal. It was unreal, man.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Matt, and thank you for all your help. You know, you've got a lot of people that come, and you were helping me all along the way. And by the way, that's a nice shirt you have there. You're wearing a nice shirt tonight.
Yeah, I found it in my closet. Yeah, I figured I'd throw it on for the show. I like them. They came out good, but I would have never guessed this color. What's the color actually called?
Yeah. Seafoam green.
Seafoam. Oh, there you go.
How's that sound? Army green?
It's a good color. I like it. It matches with my camo.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Chris, RC, Jack, RC Aviation. Sorry you couldn't make it. I know you were going to come down and you got called into work the last minute. But your shirts will be on the way shortly. Night Train, Mike, how you doing? Glad you made it home safe. Mike Kinney and Angela, Lost Girl Hikes, good to see you. All right, so Matt, what else did you think about the meetup?
I'll tell you what, it was a long weekend, man. But it wasn't just Saturday. We had fun every day, Friday through Monday. And it turned out to be better than I thought. Because Saturday, I thought. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
you were
Rick.
one of the brave souls that flew on Saturday in the high winds. What drone did you take up? I know you took up two, I think, right?
Yeah, I put the Mavic Air 2 up first and stuck it out over that point where that big houses were, those big houses sitting off the corner there. And I was about 100 feet high.
Yeah.
And that drone's impressive, man. That's unreal. I'm not sure what the winds were because the UAV forecast was telling us 8 miles an hour, and that was dead wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was up there, but I watched the fluctuation of my miles per hour. That's how you can tell if it's moving a little bit. And it never budged.
Yep.
And then I put the Phantom 4 up. The Phantom 4 did well. Although that was my first time flying it over water, so I was a little nervous.
Yeah, you took a chance, you know. First time like that, that's always taking a chance.
Yeah, well, you got to learn to trust them, man.
Unfortunately, we had a couple of mishaps. You know, one of the new FPV drones crashed onto the rocks. You know, we won't mention any names, but that guy didn't end up in the water. You know, he took some damage, and that was that. But then at the very end of the meetup, we're ready to do the giveaways, and another guy's still flying, and he goes out over the water, and he's doing pretty good. Next thing you know, he's getting up in the water, and he's in the water with that drone.
He ended up losing his. Yeah, right. He lost his orientation at first. He was flying under. He was doing a fly under the really big bridge that we had right up the street from us. And when I heard his return to home beeping start kicking in, and they looked like they were panicking. So that was the reason he made the comment about the Maverick, is because he found it after it had gone under the bridge and he got it back to orientation. Okay. I'm not sure what caused him to dip in the water like that. He was doing a dive already, but I guess he just didn't lift his wrist enough. I'm not sure. I've never flown with that motion controller, so I'm not sure how that works out. But
I couldn't imagine what was going on in his mind when that was happening. And then it goes into the water, and everybody's watching it, and they're sort of pointing to exactly where it went. And then this guy who I just met, I knew him from Cats, but I met him at the meetup. Mark Fisher is his name. He starts ripping off his clothes, and he's going to go in the water. I couldn't believe it. He's going to go in the water and try to recover that drone.
Manny, I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
And some of you know, I posted the video on the recovery.
Yeah, my mic is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having some internet problems again, guys. I'm gonna bring Mark in.
Yep, and there he is, the man of the drone meetup, the high. How you doing, Mark?
I'm ready to come
Mark
back, guys.
Fisher
come on.
From the Rhode Island meetup group.
I'm ready to come back.
Man, that was incredible, Mark.
Thank you, man. I mean, it all led up to something, you know what I mean? I just kind of want to stop from the beginning, so if I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
that's what we want to hear. What went through your mind?
I was having a struggle, kind of like with. So I'm a man of faith. I'm a firm believer in God, and my wife and I attend church and all this and that. But that whole week, so we were coming on vacation, and I thought it would be a great time to come on vacation with my wife after 5 years of not vacationing, and so you know it was a good time to come because of the meetup. But then that whole week, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go. And I remember, Ray, you reached out to me, and you might have heard me say something that I was not gonna go, and you said, "Oh, come on, go." And I was like, and the thing is that I was feeling all kind of like emotions, sort of like, and feelings like, oh, these guys, they don't know who I am, and it was crazy. Trust me, and I don't want to go into detail about what, you know, these things that are coming into my mind, you know, even the fact of like, you know, I'll probably be set up out there or something crazy stuff that just came out of the blue that, you know, just was telling me not to go. I think it was the night before I told my wife, I said, I want to go. Michael Blaze is going. He's from Rhode Island. And how can I not go when I'm the founder and administrator of this Rhode Island group? And I have, Michael Blaze going, who is also administrator, but I'm the founder of the group. So I needed to come and represent myself, for Rhode Island,
Right.
So when I got there, the warm welcome was amazing. It was just amazing. I was right at that moment. I was so happy that I did go. Just because seeing all these pilots and all these guys from different walks of life meeting together on one thing that we all love, this technology.
It was incredible. Mark, I told you before the show, I wanted to let you know.
Michael over there. Say hello to Michael,
Mike.
He's over there. He said, you in a minute, Mike.
But I was telling Mark, I had just met Mark a little bit before, and then when he come out the water, he was freezing, and I had a beach towel in my truck, and he would not take that towel because he goes, "That's an expensive beach towel." So that is incredible.
Well, in my drone group, I started my drone group because I wanted to. I'm sorry, is Johnny still talking?
No, go ahead.
Okay. In my drone group, I started the drone group because I had learned how to fly drones for a while before I got into saying that I did what I do. And then I bought cameras and I got a ton of equipment. I got tons of drones downstairs. You wouldn't believe drones from 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, that haven't even been opened. They're still in the box. If you go down in my basement, you'll be like, where's your divorce papers, basically? But when I started the group, I wanted to share my knowledge of what I learned with other guys, because I love doing that. I love sharing and I love helping people, and I've always been like that. That's in my nature, So whenever I heard, actually, I was coming back from the bathroom. And I crossed the street and I got over to where everybody was at. And it was like, oh, this guy flew his drone into the water. And I'm like, where? What do you mean he flew his drone to the water? Why is nobody going to get it? That's an expensive drone. We got to go get that. Right. And everybody's like, no, the water's cold. And, the rocks, the barnacles. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm from Rhode Island. We have beaches here and the water's freezing all the time until like the end of the summer. Then the water starts to warm up. But other than that, it's freezing. So, and we're used to that. Right. So right there, I was like, oh, we got to go get it. I didn't think really twice about the water and the conditions or whatever. I didn't know that the water was going to be, the sand would be kicking up and then I wouldn't be able to see anything, so I always feel like there's a purpose for everything. There's a reason for everything. And that's why I think God puts us in certain places, certain times, But the thing is, with everybody there, it was like a family. So I felt like I was doing it for somebody that was part of my family. Like, I didn't actually know. When I walked over to the guy and he's in the middle of saying, nah, I'll just go buy another one. I'm like, buy another one? Oh, okay, Daddy Warbucks.
Right.
I know.
We all got that money to just go buy another drone. And I was like, no, that can't happen. I'm gonna go get it. I'll go try to find it. And so I think, with my faith and just believing that I could find this thing. But believe me, when I was out there, I didn't, at one point I was like, this is going to be impossible to find. It's got to be a miracle to find this because I can't see nothing. And all I could do is feel around. So it was like blind, So
I know you didn't even have a mask or snorkel on.
No snorkel. I had my eyes open and all I could see in front of me was sand and just nothing. And then I said, well, I'm just going to have to use my superpower feet. There he is.
I don't know if you got it. There he is right there, folks. That's the drone right in his hand. He got it.
So I started to feel around, and go in a couple more times. And I was trying to feel around with my hands, but that wasn't working. And then when I came back up, I looked back to the shore to see where people are pointing at and to try to get in that area. And I felt around. I felt a rock at one point, and I said, no, that's not it. As soon as I walked probably like 3 feet more, a couple of steps more, I felt something else. And I was like, that's a prop. This is the drone. But I'm not going to tell anybody on shore, So I said, let me act like I'm going to go back down under and try to swim a little around. Now, I know when I held my breath for a while and was underneath, Ray said, in the video, he said, Mark's underneath there for a long time and we're getting worried. But little did he know I'm Aquaman.
I was ready to jump in and save you.
Well, I knew somebody would. If that became an issue. And the water was warm. The water was so warm. And it was nice. I said, listen, I was only at the beach once since I was in Florida. This is my second time. I'm at the beach. I better go in the water.
That is great. It was unbelievable. What a recovery, Mark. I mean, really. Hats off to you.
Mark.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, definitely.
Hey, Charlie. Let me say hello to Charlie Mafia and Art. Art, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Hey, Art, how are you? Mike, Mark,
So
Hello.
Good to see you.
Mark, we're not trying to cut
Ray,
you off.
good to see you.
That was a great story. We're glad to have you. But let's go to Mike. Michael Wright. How you doing?
Doing great, and Mark, we'll never forget you. You know that. You're worried about having friends.
That's right.
We are family.
Thank you.
Very much so. Doing great. Had a great time. Had a great 4 days, 5 days there, and I'm glad I
we
didn't
got a
miss
good crowd
Well,
tonight. We really do.
Yep.
So tell
It was great flying with you, Michael. It was nice meeting you.
Enjoyed meeting you too, Johnny. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny. Good to
Hey,
see
Art, how you doing?
So,
I'm having
Art?
some internet.
you. I'm good.
I'm having some internet problems, but I'm here in spirit.
That's all right.
Y'all just
Yeah.
keep continuing the
We're
show.
we're on the
Michael Blade, if you're in the house, you can pop in.
Michael is going to tell us what he thought of the meetup. And you did some drone racing too, right, Michael?
I raced Adrian a little bit. I think I lost a few times. I won a couple too. We did good out of the park, and I had a great time. I flew the Phantom 4 on Saturday at the meet. And then
All right. I
Sunday,
don't know if it's my internet or your internet, Michael, but I'm having a hard time hearing Michael Wright. Anybody else?
Sure.
No, he's fine.
Sounds
I think
good.
I hear it.
I can hear him fine.
Then I flew out the park, a couple of different drones out there.
Okay.
And then Sunday afternoon I went to a different park on the beach out at Palm Bay. Flew off a fishing pier out there. That was great. 6:30 to 7 after sunset. Had a great time there. And then,
Michael and Charlie Mafia, we flew at the hotel on Friday night. We had a great time. And I got to, Charlie, what about you? I know you drove from New York, so I know you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I'm just going to echo what everyone else said. I mean, it was the best part of the whole trip was meeting everyone. I know we didn't all fly as much as we wanted to that Saturday, but it really was about meeting and putting the faces to the names and really, seeing everybody.
Right.
I had a great time. I had my apprehensions about coming. Maybe you don't know, but I don't like flying. So I was like, well, the only way I'm going to get there is if I drive. And, it's funny. I don't like to fly, but I like flying drones. So I'm glad I came. I'm glad I pushed through it, and it was well worth it.
But guys, man, at the FPV is the first time I've seen some FPV. I mean, I want to say, of course, Doc Murdoch showed me a thing that he went out Friday in that drone he built, and then Night Train Mike, I tell you what, that dude can fly, and of course Carlos is pretty damn good himself, I will say. And man, it was just incredible. I don't really care to watch too much when you watch it on YouTube, but man, to seeing it in person, I think Dobo was flying around the palm trees right there when we were, having a meetup right there. And man, it was, I tell you, those guys can rip, man. And I tell you what, when they take off, it is like a rocket.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, I'm really.
You had a great time.
Yeah, that one.
I sent you a little video a while ago.
I'm really intimidated with FPV. I'm afraid of it, man.
I gotta say,
struggling not to get into it, man.
You're not the only one. I'm intimidated by those things too. I like watching them flying around, zipping, and doing spins and twirls, but it's going to take a long time for me to ever fly one of them.
I'm right there with you, Ray. I'm right there with you.
But seeing the DJI FPV, I was like, nah, I'm not. It's not for me. I'm not interested. But
Doc Murdoch says, "Don't be scared." Doc says, "Don't be scared, Charlie."
Yeah.
No, but seeing it in person made me think twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I actually just put it in a cot today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just actually put it in a cot from Drone Nerds, and I'm giving it a lot of thought, but it's scary.
Michael Blade, if you're in the chat, I put the link up. I sent you a link, but we're also the link's in the chat there. If you want to, I'll post it again. If you want to come on, we'd love to have you. I mean, we got another
a couple of hellos in the chat. Marcus, I don't think I said hello to Marcus yet. Idaho Quadcopter. How you doing? And Carlos back from the sky. How you doing? And then we got Ed. Love my drones.
I'm gonna pop a couple people in because I can only have 6. And we'll do.
Hey, Ron, I just saw you. We were catching fish yesterday.
Yeah, I just got home about an hour ago. So.
Okay.
Did you catch anything?
We did.
Oh, nice.
We had a lot of fun. It was a good.
Ron, it was a pleasure meeting you. We had a great time at dinner.
Oh, Johnny, yeah, absolutely, man. Totally enjoyed meeting you, and yeah, I wish it could have been longer, guys. When you
it seemed like it ended mighty quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's in the house. Night train. We got a bunch of people. Angela's in. I see Drone Views Media. Old guy and Mitch is in. We got Michael. Well, that's it. We got a bunch of people. Michael Blaze said he's on the road. Michael was gonna pop in. If he gets in, he'll try to pop in.
Yeah. I have a picture here that I want to show, Johnny, and a lot of people don't know that Ron Lockwood has a crush on Adrian. I
yeah. They were sitting right next to me. I had to control.
He was trying to kiss him in the restaurant. Look at this. Look at this. He was giving them a kiss. And then we got Johnny and Bailey there too.
Adrian said it's okay to have a man crush. Ron, he was fine with Ron having a man crush.
Romancing, yeah.
Adrian is a character. I tell you what, he's like a little ball of energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got back to the hotel and we flew, and he put his Femi up, and he and I were racing. Now he would get a little jump start on me. He was saying we were even, but we wasn't quite even. So he's kind of like the Femi drone. His eyes is not level, So he had a little jump on me.
Hey, Mark, I'm going to use in my video of all the I'm going to use footage from the whole week of everything I did. But one of the clips I'm going to use is when you're coming out of the water and you had the drone in your hand and you're doing that Arnold Schwarzenegger pose.
Yeah. he kind of did the Heisman and Arnold at the same time.
Yeah.
Without the muscles, right?
Yeah. I got a real good close of it with my one Sony camera. It's some good footage.
Yeah, and Billy Kyle took my camera off of my cousin who was holding my camera. I have a 600, and he got some really good shots of me. Cool. I'm told Billy Kyle I'm suing him for using my 600 millimeter. He's only gonna owe me 50,000 subs. That's all.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's it.
He can get 50,000 away.
No, but I'm sure you have that photo already enlarged in a frame on your wall. I know you do, Mark. Tell me you have it on the wall.
Hold on. No, not yet. Not yet.
It's coming.
Not yet.
It's coming. Yeah. It's a good shot.
So, Ron, what were some of the most memorable moments for you at the meetup?
It was really nice for me to put some names with some faces. That was the most exciting thing for me, I think. Because so many guys I know like to join the chats, but they sometimes don't like to come onto the live stream. So, and kudos to, oh gosh, I'm so tired. Who made up the name tags?
Brad Alston.
Brad Alston.
Yeah.
Brad.
And that was kind of because there were a couple folks that they're like, "Hey, Ron," I'm like, I had to look at their name tag.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna change my name to Mike Drone Flyer because there's not enough Mikes in the house.
My funnest footage, though, I went out with Tony Tropic.
Yeah.
And he took me to, I can't remember where it was at, but anyhow, we went out to where they take you out on the airboats out for these nature tours to go out and see alligators and that out in the swamps. And we were chasing the airboats out through the swamp because it's just plain flat. You can't run into anything, We were coming right up behind. That's going to be my video. We got some real good footage of those airboats.
Well, you also got a dynamite photograph of an alligator, didn't you, Ron?
Yeah. Yep.
Can you show?
Yep.
And I know, Mark,
that was a good photo.
Some photos while you were over in Orlando of wildlife.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can bring some up and show yours after Ron.
Sure.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, actually.
There it is.
Yep.
Now, Ron, did you name that out?
What's that?
Did you give it a name? Like when I filmed my alligator, I named him Big Al.
Big Al. No, I didn't. I probably should have. It's amazing, Tony was telling me I didn't realize how fast they are. He said they could outrun you in short distance on the ground. I'm like, really?
Very quickly.
There was this pond. We went out to this preserve, and there was this pond, and obviously most ponds have high weeds, close to them. And there was about 8 or 10 feet of weeds. And I saw this little path, and I looked down there, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a gator laying right there. So thank God for the Sony and the 4mm lens, but got all kinds of pictures of them. But then at the same token, I'm peeking everywhere to make sure there wasn't another one nearby. You got to be careful. But
yeah, I went on one of those airboats, and I was taking some photos, and I look up in the sky, and there's a juvenile eagle. And so I got some shots of him, and then I look back at the airboat captain, and I said, "Look, a bald eagle." And she, juvenile eagle, was a juvenile, and she goes, "No, that's a red-tailed hawk." I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to embarrass her.
Yeah.
But I've been shooting wildlife for a long time, so
I
knew exactly what it was when I seen it.
Mark, how many eagles we saw down there? Tony showed me. Oh my! We were out on a motorcycle ride on Sunday and saw so many eagles. But the scary thing was, we were on our way back home Sunday night, and I saw him coming out from his right. He was out, or Tony was out in front of me. First, he came at him, and then he swooped around and started coming in behind him like he was going to attack him.
Oh yeah!
Like, oh my gosh, Tony's going to get taken out by a big eagle.
Oh yeah, I've been chased by a lot of hawks and eagles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Brad, you're back in. I see that you're in the car still. So
yep.
Let me just say thank you again, Brad, for your lanyards and your coasters. And I know everybody was very appreciative to receive these.
Thank you, Brad.
Yep, absolutely. It was
Thanks,
my pleasure. I'd do it again. Do it all over again. I hope we can do it again, and we will.
Oh, we.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to get all you guys down.
And the other thing, I know Art was sitting in the green room. Then I don't know where he went now, but Art, if you're there, you want to come back on, we'll definitely put you on a panel.
Well, Ray and Johnny, I'm going to pop out. I just wanted to pop in and say hi real quick and let some others come in. But Ray, thank you for everything. I had a great time yesterday, man. I still
was a blast.
So
I know. Run.
I know.
You know?
I know. Hey, what goes on at fishing camp stays at fishing camp. No,
Sounds like you guys outfished me.
Yeah.
All I caught was that little porcupine fish.
Yeah. We caught, Ray and I caught shark, I caught that sparkling mackerel.
Zero mackerel. You got a mackerel.
Yeah.
And then you got the snap. Yeah.
Cool.
Ray, wait till you see that footage I got with the 360 camera of that eel. When you were holding him up.
Yeah, that's got to be old. Moray eel. Somebody caught a moray eel.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. We had a great time.
Those could be pretty nasty.
Well, Johnny, thank you.
Well, thanks for
Ray, thank you.
Thank you.
Good meeting everybody. And yeah, Mark, I'll have to stay tuned for my video. You'll see the pose. You know?
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Hey, Ron, I'm going to be posting. I'm going to be posting part 1 of my meetup video later tonight, and I'm including that photo that you took with Rick and the poster. So
okay.
I'm going to include it.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah, I took a lot of video myself. So I'm gonna be putting together something. I just when I got back, I had a lot of work to do. So I'll be putting it together and posting it up on Drone Nation and that. So.
Well, Ray and Johnny, I'm going to pop out so some
right.
others can come in. But thank you for having me. And
Okay,
Ron.
Have a good night. Get some rest.
yeah, Johnny, Ray, great. All you guys, man. Great meeting everybody. So,
Nice meeting you.
All right. Anyway.
and anyhow, guys, good night.
Take it easy, Ron.
All right, Ron.
We'll be in.
How you doing, Owen? How's everything with you?
good.
You survived. You survived the blessed
did.
event.
Got a little sunburn Sunday when I went back to where we had the meetup, did some fishing there. I saw a guy catch a great big redfish. He caught it on the bridge and he walked it all the way towards me and he landed the fish and he goes, "Could you take a picture of me with my camera, my phone?" So I took his picture and God, it must have been over 28 or 30 inches long. It was big. But yeah, I got some bites, but all I caught was that little porcupine fish, that little ugly little fish. But at least I didn't get skunked.
That's right. And what'd you think about the drone meetup itself?
It was awesome. It was great to meet some new faces and some old faces that I've met at previous events. It was a lot of fun. Just wish it wasn't so darn windy. Maybe I would have gotten my drone out and flown.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a little windy. It was messing up my hair, Art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All two of them.
I'll have to
Charlie, don't laugh.
I
Charlie,
get
don't
so
laugh.
much.
Just because you got better hair than me, Charlie, don't laugh.
But, when I turned around and I saw people flying, I was amazed, and they were brave enough. And one guy even had his Mini 2 up. You know, he was flying.
Yeah, Bill
that.
Ronayne.
Yeah, it was handling it pretty well too.
Really had no problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an impressive little drone.
But I was glad. I got my flight in the next day. on Sunday morning. I flew with the FPV guys, up there at Bitches Park, and it was a
That's
fun
what
day
I did.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went and met up with those guys Friday and got some good video out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else happened to me? I was lucky enough to get a piece of bacon from Drone Worship. Dan was cooking up bacon and the eggs on the back of his pickup truck, and he shared a piece of bacon with me.
Wow.
Thank you, Dan. I don't see him in the chat, but that's all right.
And another thing that happened, I was lucky enough to fly with Ray and Matt and Ron Brown on Monday at the Lighthouse, Jupiter.
Yeah, that was
Really
a lot of fun. That was
Enjoyed
fun.
the day with you too, Ray, on Monday all day. It was great. Got a little sunburned. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a good time flying the Jupiter Lighthouse.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great location.
And then
Yeah, that it was.
Michael said, he could hang around, and he did. So I took him down to my place, and we went out on my boat, and I took him to Peanut Island. And Peanut Island has a lot of history because there's a bunker that President Kennedy used during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I showed Michael where it was. It used to be open to the public, but it's not open to the public anymore. But at least we saw the island and where that was. And hopefully you had a good time, Michael.
I enjoyed it. You pointed out where Mira Vista is as well, right at the distance there. And had a great time.
And Michael's such a nice guy. He took me to lunch at the Waterway Cafe. We went there by boat.
Yeah, had a great time.
Yeah.
You know what?
Michael's a great guy. We had some fun flying Friday night, Charlie, and Michael and I.
US 1.
Hey, let me just say hello to Thomas Ariels. How you doing, Thomas? All the way in Ireland. And Stevie Bronx is in the chat. How you doing, Stevie?
Hey.
Thank you again for your giveaways and coming. It really meant a lot to me and everybody else. Johnny's wearing one of your shirts in case you don't recognize.
I got one of Stevie's shirts on.
Wonder Wright.
And Drone Views Media's in there. How you doing?
Hot Rod in Daytona.
But let me put out a request. If anybody was filming during the start of it, where I sort of announced the start of it and thanked the people that donated prizes and for coming, and then we did a moment of silence for Rick Halber. If anybody has any video of that, please get in touch with me and send it to me or whatever. I would appreciate that because Rick was there in spirit. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hey,
great.
How you doing? Mm-hmm. Stevie Mac, how you doing? Ron Brown's in the house finally. He's having a good time over there on Singer Island, probably at the Sailfish Marina.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat if you want to pop in there.
Jump in.
There's Mendez drone up. How you doing?
Johnny, I'm going to take off. Let somebody else pop in.
All
Thanks
right. Well,
for having
thank you
me
for
on
coming
here.
in.
Michael, good to see you. Ray, good to see you. Johnny, good to see you. And Charlie, great seeing you.
Nice to meet you.
And Matt, you're the man. All right. Okay, guys. Have a great evening.
You too, Art.
Have a good one.
You too, bud.
Thanks for coming. Yep. And then I don't know. There were so many highlights. Really, I decided to make my video a two-parter. So I'm going to post part one a little later tonight, and then I'll edit part two, and that'll be up shortly.
Yeah, I thought I would bring. I bought everything. My Osmo camera. I even bought it just for this trip. I didn't even use it. It was just like I said. It was more about meeting everyone and seeing everyone. It just didn't come to my mind to even take it out and film it like I intended to. It was great.
Yeah,
You get caught up
Stevie,
in so much conversation.
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
almost like no time to like even think about making videos. It was just enjoying being and speaking with people.
Stevie,
it was an incredible event.
I don't know if you're home yet, but if you're home, I'm glad that you made it back safely. But like Johnny said, he put the link in the chat. So if you feel like it, come join us. And Chris Hope, that goes for you too, even though you weren't there. But that's all right.
Did anyone get that sunrise at the location? I remember, I think I was doing a little bit of speeding with Johnny following me just to get out there, just to make the sunrise. It looks spectacular.
Dennis Lovelady was doing his sunrise live stream.
That's right. Yeah.
He was setting up in the dark. We all got, Rodney Bell, Dennis, and myself got there at 6 a.m. And he was doing his live stream sunrise. Yep. And Rodney Bell ended up doing his coffee with friends. Also
Ron.
live. Hey, Ron.
What's up, Ron? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ron.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We got you. We hear you. Good audio.
Deep freeze.
Good. There's a great show.
So where
today.
are you, Ron?
Hey, Ron.
I'm right in front of what unit 6 here at the help me out here. I'm at the Roof Club in beautiful Jupiter, Florida. Still in Florida. Haven't gone home yet.
And Ron and I, we snuck in another flight today. I took him to another secret spot. Right, Ron?
Yep, we had another mini meetup today, and I got to see Captain Ray's secret spot where he flew from a lot last winter. It's a great little spot.
Now, where was that, Ron?
Well, it was. What's the old saying? If I told you, I'd have to kill you, whatever.
It's called
you were on the bridge. I knew that.
Park in Jupiter.
And we flew the Scotty O2 drone.
Oh,
wow.
Neat.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw that drone. I was quite impressed.
Never seen
with it. And that's going to make for a good video, Ron.
I got to get working on that.
So don't forget, guys in the chat, don't forget, support each other's channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channels. And there's Bob Casey. Bob Casey's in the house now, all the way from Kentucky.
Hello.
Thank you for coming, Bob. Do you want to come in the
Hello,
chat?
Bob.
The link's in the chat.
I got to meet Bob at the event on Saturday, and that was very, he's a great guy. We're so hyped up to meet him, and I got to hang out with him a little bit. I met Charlie, I think, for the first time Saturday at the event. It was great to meet Charlie. And Matt, of course, I met for the first time. Now, Mike, I had met at Spin Up in 2019 in Alston, Texas. So,
right.
Hey, Ron, are we going to keep it secret that we were in the hot tub together today?
well, we can, Ray, because guess what? The video I took didn't turn out. I took a picture instead of taking video.
Oh boy.
How dare you guys go in a hot tub and not invite me?
Well, guess what? Ray and I met a famous musician from Maine.
Oh, really?
Right, Ray? Right?
Oh, yeah. He just came over. He knew we were filming something, and he came over and popped his head right in. Started talking to us, telling us all about him. And Johnny, Charlie, you would have loved this guy. He was a character, and he's in a band. He's got like a music channel and a website, right, Ron?
Nice.
He wanted Ray and I to send him free videos, so I guess he could put music to it. Yeah,
Cool.
he was quite the guy. And Ray thought he was married to one of the hot babes around here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yep. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying the Jupiter Reef Club, Ron.
Well, at dinner tonight, my wife said, I hate to leave now. You know, we're just kind of getting settled in here.
I envy
And
you. I envy
that's
you.
another
You're still there.
The Jupiter Reef Club Resort.com. Check it out. Maybe you'll catch Ron in the hot tub tomorrow on the live
There
webcam.
you go.
So here's my question: when's the next meetup?
Well, I'm glad you
Well, I
asked
think-
that, Charlie.
I think
Yeah,
Mark's going to plan one in Rhode Island, right? Right, Mark?
Hey, if I can get y'all word that y'all come down, let's come up. I should say, come up. I'll plan one definitely.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Mark,
it'll be
just don't
fun.
plan. Just don't plan one when it's 19 degrees, because Michael Blade told me it was 19 when he got on a plane to come down to Florida on Friday.
Yeah, it was cold, and it's starting to warm up now. It's actually the last since I got back, it's been like amazing weather to fly. I mean, 5 miles an hour winds, 60 between 65. Tomorrow's gonna be 70 degrees, 3 mile an hour winds. It's gonna be it's amazing.
Perfect.
That is perfect.
Amazing time to fly right now. So yeah. I'm glad it changed. I think I bring back the good weather.
It's a good time for you to swim, Mark.
Yeah. Now the water is real cold here.
Yeah. Now, Mark, has your clothing dried out from that big swim on Saturday yet?
My what?
Has your clothing dried out yet from from getting soaking wet on Saturday?
I actually didn't allow it to. I'm savoring all that water, you know.
From getting soaking wet on Saturday.
I actually didn't allow it to. I'm savoring all that water, you know.
From getting soaking.
Oh, there was a delay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Mark, I made a mistake. I said goodbye to you and all of that, but I forgot to get your autograph. Will you give me your autograph the next time I see you?
Listen, Ray, if you send me a shirt, I'll send you my autograph. How's that sound?
Free autographs once you get to Rhode Island, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I should let the word out, but I'm doing a meetup with Charlie Mafia. And Charlie and I are going to fly a great location in New York City. It's called Coney Island. Right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Really?
That's right. When you come back in May.
Coney Island's great.
Yeah.
Is that Class G airspace in Coney Island, Charlie?
Excuse me?
Is that Class G airspace at Coney Island?
It's breaking up. Can't hear you.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I withdraw the question.
I think Coney Island's open. I don't think there's no NFZs there.
Good.
You're correct.
Because we promote safe flying on these channels.
Absolutely.
So yep.
Yeah, my drone group is all about safe flying too. I don't allow none of that rogue drone flying.
Right.
Let me just say the Scott Nadeau. How you doing, Scott? Thank you for coming in.
Hello, Scott, all the way up there in Minnesota. Scott should have came to the meetup to get out of that cold weather.
I'm looking at a lot of the pictures right now of the different people that were at the meetup, and it just brings back great memories. It really does. And it's good to have the photo,
Yeah.
Not only video, but photos are good too.
I got a nice droney of everybody too. Like everybody just crowded. I got a nice droney, and I did fly a little bit that day, and because I couldn't resist those boats going by. They were pretty far out there, and I was iffy about it because of the wind. But I took the Mavic 2 Pro out there, and I got some really cool shots of the boats that were going by. So I'm gonna add that to the video of what I got when I shot there. So
For Ray, y'all want another meetup? You know, Ty's having a meetup. At least 20 people showing up here this Saturday, south of Austin. Saturday.
This Saturday. I'm gonna
fly out there.
I can't make it. I'm gonna go to Orlando.
No, Doc Murdoch's on the way there now. So.
Doc's driving.
That should be a good time. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. So we'll have a good time.
Well, you guys in Texas, you have the meetups like once a month, don't you?
Kai started that about December, I think it was. I've been up there once so far. There was a second one time. So. He's going to try to do it every month now.
Yep. And Rhode Island, Mark, you have meetups. You have a lot of meetups, right? Your group?
We was having a lot of meetups. We because of the pandemic and everything, we kind of put it on hold for a while, but we're starting to plan them now. But a lot of guys go out there, fly individually, or they'll meet up with somebody. But as far as a bigger meetup, we had it put on hold for a little bit, but we're gonna get back to it, seeing that the cases are going down and stuff like that. Right. So
that's good. That's good.
We should all have our shots pretty soon.
But it's a great place to fly, guys. I mean, if you're ever thinking about coming this way, please contact me. I'll listen. Whatever I can do for you guys, if you come down, man, I'll accommodate you in any way I could, man. You'll be well taken care of if you come up here. I keep saying down. I don't know what down is, man. It's not like you're coming from Boston.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm going to get on that Orient Point ferry, go across to New London, and I'm going to get up there this summer.
Hey, Ray, I told you when we was at the meet, you're more than welcome. If you need a place, my door's open for you, brother.
Thank you. Thank
you. I'm going up to New York with Charlie and Ray and everybody up there.
I'll be great.
Great.
Oh, I would love that. You know,
and I'm not too far from New York, so I mean, I'm about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. If you guys are going out there, there's a lot of guys out there that I've been wanting to fly with and hook up with that I talked on the phone with and all that. So I definitely would drive out and meet you guys out there too. So let me know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, I was talking to Stevie Bronx, Capture Life Connection. And those guys organize some meetups too. And actually, Stevie said it doesn't take much. They mentioned they're going to fly and 15, 20 guys show up, he said. Yep. So you might join them too in New York City.
Yeah, I'm on the 5 Boroughs drone meetup, and they're always meeting up. They meet up a lot, especially over at Coney Island. And, them guys, they do a lot of meets.
Yeah, and Stevie, please tell Herman tonight. I was just so busy. I was running around with Ron all day, and the time I got back here, I didn't even have 5 minutes to get in his live stream before this show. So tell him I was sorry. I meant to get in, but I didn't. You were probably in there. But anyway, and people in the chat, if you had some highlights or, put them in the chat. Let us know what you like about the meetup.
Yeah.
What do you think, Matt?
It was great, Captain.
Yeah. Yes. Good idea.
Oh, the only thing about New York City, I'm not jumping in the Hudson.
Please.
I used to swim in the Hudson when I was a kid. We used to swim. Well, no, I'm sorry. We used to swim in the East River.
I'll leave that up to Kramer.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
Yeah,
Kramer had the whole New York swimming.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see Mitch in the stream tonight, but supposedly he was going to do a live stream at 8 o'clock tonight as a wrap up about the South Florida meetup, and it's about 8 o'clock. So I don't know, Johnny. You got any words of wisdom at this point?
Yeah, I wish I had better internet here. I don't know what the hell's happening.
Where are you at, Johnny? Where are you located right now, Johnny?
It's all good, Johnny.
I'm at my home, you know, and I've never had trouble, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm just kind of aggravated, but it is what it is.
No. I mean, we can hear you and we see your smiling face there.
Well, look, you know, I just want to say thanks to everybody who came on, and you know, it was a pleasure meeting everybody, and man, you know, this thing got a lot bigger than y'all ever anticipated. I mean, Matt and Brad and CaptainRay there, and man, it was just incredible. You know, the brotherhood and the friendships that were made, and I tell you, I would have really been mad if I missed this event. So it was unbelievable, guys.
So why don't we wrap it up? And
glad you made it, Johnny.
Yep.
You want to start with Ron? Ron, you want to say your goodbyes or last final thoughts?
Yes, I do. It was like Johnny said. It was a great event. I never imagined it'd be as big as it was. But you know, outside of Spin Up, I've never been to a big.
All right, coming through the earbuds. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Wasn't sure when the was going to come through.
Before we wrap up, let's hear from Doc Murdoch. How you doing, Chris?
What's up, Doc?
Guys. Hey, I'm heading in towards Austin right now. I just got done meeting up with Lloyd Mendenhall, the drum blogger out in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Cool.
Very, very cool. That's cool. Well, you made the great loop, didn't you? Who else did you meet up with?
Yeah, give him his first FPV ride. When I left Florida, I headed north up to Atlanta, Georgia to meet up with Aaron Ciotti from Ciotti FPV. Got to fly with him Sunday evening, and he actually flew my Excalibur, that new rig that I brought. He put a little tune on it, and it flies great. From there, I headed up to Tennessee, up to Huntington, and met up with Ken Heron for a little while. He wasn't feeling too well when I got there, so we didn't get to fly. From there, I headed on over to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and met up with Mel, 400 AGL. Got to fly with him all day to Monday. So, let's see, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. And then today, I was up with Lloyd Mendenhall up in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Flew with him for about 3-4 hours. And now I'm heading down to Austin, Texas to go meet up with Kelly and everybody for Saturday.
Cool. That's right. That's a great trip.
Wow. Great trip there. Really. Unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, this was my vacation, so I was taking big advantage of it.
You ain't lying. You're going to need an oil change, Doc.
Yeah, probably by the time I get home. I'm probably going to need the oil change by the time I get home.
I was privileged to sit next to Doc at the dinner on Saturday night.
Yeah, I tell you what, Doc knows some stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, that it's incredible. He's building his own airplane.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, I only heard part of that, guys. I went underneath the bridge overpass.
Well, I was just saying,
I'm currently driving through Dallas Fort Worth on the east side, so the internet's being a little spotty here.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and round it up here. We've been on over an hour, and we got Mitch coming on. And look, I just want to thank everybody. It's been a great show, and I'm sorry about my internet here, but I definitely can hear y'all. And CaptainRay and Mark and Charlie, Michael Wright. Who else was on? Brad, Matty.
We had a great group of panelists tonight, Johnny. We really did, and we had a great group in the chat. I mean, we might have had the most people ever in the chat tonight. But thank you all.
Super.
And Mark, do you have any final thoughts?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for allowing me to come on and share my story there. It was the most amazing drone meetup that I ever been to. And you guys are all in my prayers. God bless you. And is it Doc? Doc, I don't know if I'm young enough to be your son, but I want you to be my daddy and take me along on your vacation.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you have that meetup out there in Rhode Island, and it's during a time that I can make my way out there, I will go. I have relatives and family that are in Providence.
That's where I live. Listen, anytime you're in town or you're thinking about coming down, come on down. Come on up. Come on up. I gotta get that.
Yep. Well, actually, for me, it would be come on across.
Come on across. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and Michael, final thoughts, please.
Really enjoyed it. Never forget it. Had a wonderful 4 or 5 days there. It was great. Thanks for having me on. And Doc, I'll see you on Saturday.
Right.
Super duper, Michael.
All right.
See you there.
Okay. Y'all take care.
What do you think? Final thought.
I just, I'm new to the community, so I really thank everyone for, letting a newbie like me come into your world. And I just really enjoyed meeting everyone and flying.
Well, again, thank you all the people on the panel. Thank you all in the chat. This whole event
you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so
really
much.
couldn't happen, and Ben, it was so successful because you participated. All of you came, and I know a lot of people came from long distances, and we all appreciate it. But we'll do it again next year. It looks like we're going to do it the first week in April. So mark your calendars now. I forgot to tell you, the Fly for Fun shirt, we'll have that contest. We'll wrap it up, and somebody's going to win a Fly for Fun contest on the show. And we got some stickers we're going to start giving out, too.
Yeah.
But Johnny's back, so I'm going to let Johnny close out the show.
Well, hey, I just want to thank everybody, and it was been an awesome event, and just get out there and support each other's channels, and sometimes you'll be surprised who you're not subscribed to, and because you think you are, but yeah, it was a great event, and tune in, tonight. You got Mitch is doing a live stream, right, Ray, and you got Coast to Coast drones. Thursday night you got Ken Herron, and then Friday you got the Fly Zone Quadcopter is doing an early show because he's having some of the drone seekers on. So it's going to be 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if I'll be able to. My granddaughter has a track meet there. So I'm going to try to make it, but pay it, his show. And then, of course, Monday night you got Ron Brown and Marcus. And Tuesday you got Build a Drone Reviewer. And you got Philly and Ron after that. So it's been a great experience. So I just want to thank everybody.
Yep.
And don't forget about Kelly Shores. He comes on later for everybody.
Yeah, Kelly will be on. It's tonight. Yeah, Wednesday night. Tune in. And, hey, thank everybody. Doc, be safe on the road. Mark, thank you. Michael Wright, Charlie.
Take care.
Thank you all.
All right,
Enjoy it.
You guys.
God bless.
Thanks. Have a good night.